The next character to talk about is the self-proclaimed leader of the Dandadan gang, that being Aira Shiratori. Now, like Okurun and the other characters on this list, Aira gained her powers through a yokai. However, her bonding to the yokai was very different than Okurun because she was given a yokai's aura as opposed to being given a curse. Yeah, she essentially aura farmed and got powers. During the Acro Silky arc, Aira is hunted down by a spirit, obviously named Acro Silky, who mistakes her for being her dead child in a previous lifetime. We learn from Acro Silky's backstory as a human that her daughter was abducted from her by loan sharks and due to an encounter with Aira, mistook her as her own mother who passed away. After Acro Silky's suicide, she came back as a spirit and vowed to find and protect Aira, which resulted in a fight between the spirit and Momo and Okurun. Due to some actions, however, Aira ended up passing away, to which Acro Silky gave up her own aura, or her soul in other words, to save Aira's life. This decision eventually led to Aira inheriting Acro Silky's powers. You can kind of view this relationship with her powers in the same way that Okurun currently has with Turbo Granny's powers, because when the curse is released, their powers are essentially the same thing. They can control the aura and then control the yokai powers. Within her acrobatic silky form, Aira's height adjusts and she receives a more acrobatic figure, sporting longer legs and a much larger volume of hair. Like Okurun, she also receives a black mask with sharp teeth which covers her lower face, while also adopting a slight part of Acro Silky's original face over one of her eyes. And it seems to be a consistent thing when humans access their yokai spirit form that they adopt a new personality. Because in this form, Aira now speaks both more dignified, but also with a more foul tone. She does try to say and argue how Acro Silky makes her talk like that and it isn't in her control, which could just be an excuse to make Okurun not see her in a bad light, but that's not for us to say. As for her abilities in line with her acrobatic form, she is given enhanced speed and agility. Acrobatic Silky, given its name, is incredibly agile and acrobatic, and through the use of her power, it enables Aira to perform graceful acrobatic maneuvers using all surface areas as a platform to attack from. She's granted incredible dexterity, control, flexibility, and body coordination in this form, allowing for her attacks to be precise and frequent. With this form also comes an increase to her leg strength, allowing for her attacks with her legs to be packed with incredible amounts of power. As we see with the fight against the musicians, a single strike from Aira's legs resulted in one of the musicians losing their head and returning to their portrait form. But by far the greatest ability that Aira possesses in her acrobatic silky form is the ability to manipulate and control her hair as needed. Aira has the ability to enlarge and lengthen her hair and control it as if it were an